Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to day 29 of the Wild Thing 30-Day Yoga Challenge. My name's Jonas, and today we are going to be doing moon salutations. And it's kind of, if you've heard of sun salutations, it's kind of like a sun salutation. Some people call it a sun salutation C, so not A or B, C. Um, yeah, so we'll do at least a round of that, and then we do a chest stretch at the end. But let's get started nice and strong at the front of our mats. Let's come into mountain pose. Your hands could be at your side or hands together at your chest. You close your eyes here, maybe even gazing at your fingertips. Start off thinking about your breath. If this is the beginning of your day, don't think about what you have to do after this video is over. It's the end of the day. Don't think about what a stressful day you had. Just get yourself ready to move around. Now think about your alignment, the crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling, your ears above your shoulders, shoulders above your hips, hips above your ankles. The weight in your feet and your big toes, in your little toes, and in your heels, reaching down towards the ground. Now let's inhale the hands up. And then reach your head forward. Let's go slowly as we forward fold. You're bringing your hands towards your chest. Once you feel like you need to bend your knees here, bend your knees, hinging at the waist, letting your heart lead you. And slowly bring yourself down. Forward fold with your chest at your thighs. Your hands could be on the floor or a block. Maybe you're grabbing opposite elbows and gently swinging back and forth, but let your head be heavy here, your face relaxed. And let's inhale to a half lift, straighten the legs, elongate the spine. Your hands could be on the shins, maybe reaching down to the floor. They could touch the floor while keeping a nice straight back. You could do that. Your shoulders away from your ears. And then let's forward fold again. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step that left foot back. And then bring that left knee down. Let's inhale up into a low lunge. So that back foot could be tucked or untucked, squeezing that left glutes, separating your ribs from your hips. And reaching your fingertips up to the sky, as if you're Emperor Palpatine trying to shoot laser beams up. Not laser beams, lightning strikes. Last Jedi reference. Not Last Jedi. What one is that? The ninth one. Rise of Skywalker. Here we are. Anyway, I digress. Open up your chest to the front. Now let's bring our hands onto the mats. Let's step back into a plank. So kick your heels back, engage your glutes. Look about a foot or two in front of you. Try to create a straight line from your heels to the top of your head. Gripping your fingers into the mat. If the planks ever get tiring, you could always bring your knees down. Let's bring our shoulders forward. Let's go onto our toes. Bring our knees down. Bring our chest down towards the mat. Point your toes behind you. Let's inhale the chest up. Squeeze your elbows against your sides. Shift the crown of your head forward. Squeezing your glutes, engaging your lower back. Let's exhale down, tuck your toes, push back up into plank, and back into downward dog. So bend your knees. Try to create a straight line from your wrists to your hips. Try to create space between your ears and your shoulders. You feel this in your shoulders, the back of your legs. Maybe bend your knees, get that nice pyramid shape there first, and then maybe straighten your legs a little bit more. Bring your heels down towards the mat. Now let's bring that left foot up into the sky. Three-legged dog. Those left toes pointed towards the floor. And let's swing that left foot forward and plant that left foot by your left hand. If you need to walk up that foot with your hand, feel free to do so. Bring that right knee down. Inhale the hands up, low lunge. Engage that right glute. If you need to go into a cactus arms, if you have tight shoulders, sometimes having this classic low lunge shape be a little tight in your shoulders. So if you need to go into cactus, feel free to go in cactus arms. Now let's bring our hands towards the front of the mat. Bring up that right knee, step the right foot up to your left, forward fold. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Let's inhale to a half lift, straighten the legs, elongate the spine. Let's exhale, forward fold again. With bent knees. Let's inhale up, back to standing. And exhale back into mountain. So that was half a round of a moon salutation. What we do is reverse it, and that would make a whole round. So let's do that. Let's move with the breath. Well, maybe not with the breath, but we'll hold each pose only for about 2 breaths instead of about 5 like we did before. Let's inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Step the right foot back this time. Now, if you want to keep that right knee up, you want to come up into a high lunge, feel free to do that. Now that we're kind of warmed up, engage that right glute, have a soft bend in that right knee. Bend into that left thigh a little bit more. Now let's bring our hands onto the mat. Plant your hands, step back into plank. Hold plank for 2 breaths. Now let's bring our shoulders forward. Let's do a chaturanga here. So just a half push-up. Don't go. Bring your shoulders any lower than your elbows. Keep your core engaged. Push back up into plank. And then go bring your shoulders forward. Chaturanga. Move into upward dog. So bring your heart forward, crown of your head up, hanging out on the top of your feet. Shouldn't feel pinching in your lower back. If you do, don't back bend so much. Maybe even put your legs down. Let's float on back to downward dog. If you want, you can pedal out your feet here if that's feel good on your calves. Now keep your legs still. Bring that right foot up into the sky. Try to keep your hips in line with each other. And then bring that right foot forward to meet your right hand. Inhale up. Crescent lunge. Again, if you want to do this as a low lunge, feel free to do this as a low lunge. Bend into that right knee once you get settled. Let's bring our hands onto the mat. Step that left foot to meet your right for a fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale for a fold. Instead of coming all the way up, let's just bend our knees and just fall back onto our butts. And with a reverse table, this is not a normal part of a moon salutation, but just as a little something extra to do. So we're doing a reverse table. You feel like you have flexible wrists, have your fingers face the front of the mat. You feel like they are a little sore or inflexible, have your fingers facing out to the side. Have your feet hip distance apart, toes facing the front of the mat. Let's inhale. Showing off my belly. Inhale. Your hips up. Have your hips in line with your shoulders or your knees. If they're down here and not in line, that is just fine too. But don't try to bring your hips up any higher than this. I don't even know if it's possible. Keep your head at your chin or head laying back. And then let's bring our knees forward, our hips forward, and then down so our hips are right by our heels. Let's inhale our arms, straighten our arms, open up our chest, and then bend our elbows. Bring our chin towards our chest here. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of your chest. It should feel nice and good. If this is too much of a chest stretch, just walk your hands a little bit closer towards your feet. Just take some of the stretch away. And come out of that, walk your hands further up by your hips. You can flop on the floor here. Hang out here, maybe hug your chest towards your hug your knees towards your chest, rock back and forth. And I think that is good for the day. So I'm done with day 29. We have one day left. Tomorrow, I plan on the video being a little bit longer. Kind of long. So that if this is kind of your first time doing yoga, you kind of get an idea of what a class is like. It's still only going to be about 30 minutes or so. Normal yoga class is maybe 60 minutes. So, but just so you get a feel of what a normal class is like, we have a clear beginning, middle, and end. And yeah, but until then, I'll see you all tomorrow. Feel free to leave me any comments or questions or subscribe or share. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you stay well, everyone. Thank you.